Morning. I wish that was switched around, actually. That would be nice if that Sondong Bungalow was correctly positioned. How you doing, guys? Happy weekend. Actually, some of you are still ending your weekend, but some of you are actually into your Monday. It's Monday where I am. It's Sunday in the West. And I'm in a small well, it's not so small anymore, but it's a growing Vietnamese village called Pho Na. And this is the staging area, the beginning area for all sorts of caving adventures here in Vietnam. We're just outside of a national park that is protected by the government that houses all sorts of interesting caving adventures. Matt, my friend Matt, who joined the tour, if you've watched the recent episodes, he's sleeping in his little bungalow. I woke up a little bit early because a few reasons. One, I got to do this live stream before we head off this morning, because once we head off, there's going to be no reception, there's going to be no Wi-Fi, there's going to be no 3G, and there's going to be no electricity to plug my stuff into. So it'll be Jayoe unplugged, but also it'll be Jayoe with batteries. Hey Donald, thanks guys. John, thank you very much. Jean, Kelly, thank you very much. Fun Joan shots, nice to see you here. Mark, hey Mark. Hey Kelly, hey Corey, how's it going? Michael, Cody, okay, let's check it out. Cody Oracle is on here. He's in the chats. He's one of the first couple of the third chat there. Cody is cycling around Australia, and he's a YouTuber, and he's got I like his videos. If you like my riding videos and you like cycling, I think that you'll really like Cody. He's younger than me, the bastard, but he tells an interesting story. He takes a little bit more risks than me because he doesn't carry maybe as much shit as me. But what did I say? Yeah. He you know, he's camping more, and he's a little bit more of the true cyclist. So check him out. I kind of ran into him, and we have actually been talking a couple of times, and he's a nice kid. Charge the LEDs, Donald Edwards said. I'm bringing the white LED. I'm not going to bring the red LED. That would be torture. Could you imagine bringing that red LED into the cave? It looked like I was in hell. Yeah, I took the white one, and is he a bit hardier? He's skinny as a rail. He's not exactly as hardy as I am. Sorry, it's morning. I just woke up a little while ago. I got a lot of stuff on my mind, which is why this live stream will be nice. Now let's take a minute to appreciate the man that is my grandpa, but is no longer on this earth. It's okay. I can bring it over. Hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll have receptionist in Central Manila.
Oh, thank you. It's breakfast time. My last meal at a table, probably. Thank you. So you guys are gonna watch me eat. Thank you. Yeah, my grandpa. What a good guy. You know, when my dad died, I had all of those videos that I had scanned and pictures I had scanned. I took months sort of gathering all that old stuff, converting them from, you know, from where they were to putting them on my computer, digitizing them. And I felt like, you know, I thought that my grandpa and grandma were getting a little old, and it would be nice to have those things if and when that, you know, their end had come. But I did not think that Joe was doing fantastic just a few months ago. and he's just a precipitous decline, you know. So, yeah, I love that guy. Anyways, I think those videos were nice. You know, my videos are, and Cody, you might appreciate this too, is, you know, when you capture life the way that you do for, like, say, a vlog or something, and you put it together, you assemble it, you're viewing it over and over and over. It just like if you do anything over and over, you become comfortable with it. I think the same thing happens with grief and loss. I have found that, you know, editing those videos for my dad over the course of the time that he was around, it was very helpful in dealing with loss and editing those videos. Man, I was sitting in the corner of the hostel where I was, or the hotel I was at, editing, looking at all the Joey videos, my grandpa videos, and I was crying and then laughing and then crying and then laughing, because there were so many moments where he was goofy, but then it would hit me that he's no longer, you know, here, and so there was like this pendulum effect. Anyways, to Joey, love you. Anyways, Cody, yeah, no problem. You're a legend too, buddy. So yeah, we are, okay, now that I've talked about Joe, we have some videos. I think the last video that you guys have seen was Matt on the trike, right? Where he's holding his hands up. Matt really liked that trike. When I refer to Matt, I'm not referring in third person to myself. I'm referring to Matt, who is my buddy, who I have a fairly interesting history with, and he and I have both wanted to do this cave adventure for a long time, and so so we're gonna do it together. And so I called him up. I made a video of, there's a bunch of videos where you're gonna hear about Matt, so I'm not gonna spoil that. There's a nice conversation going in here. Prediction, Matt will get a trike. Hopefully Matt wakes his ass up and comes out. You could propose that to him later. Does your trike ever cause sciatica or lower backache, Lee? No, man. It promotes healthy back health, actually. You sit in that chair, you're very comfortable, your back is supported in a great way. These are all questions you need to ask Matt when he wakes up, because I'm a little bit biased, but he rode the trike and he has some opinions on it. Hopefully, he's got to wake up, because you gotta have breakfast. I'm trying to eat mine before everybody wakes up so I can do this video. Yeah. Hold on. One thing about my dad is he always loved to talk with his mouth full. When I was younger, he used to drive me crazy. But I'm not gonna force that on you guys. Hey Kelly, that's cool. You'll be in a Ho Chi Minh. John, how big is this cave? This cave is the biggest cave in all of the world. It's got an interesting history as well, the cave does. And you know what? We're gonna go in there together and we're gonna explore it. If you go online and look at Sondoong, you'll see the cave. It's epic. It's huge. And we'll be spending the night in there. It's 4 days. Today is one of the 4 days. Today is all about trekking. We'll be hiking through the jungle for 6 hours until we get to the cave opening. Then we'll spend the night inside the beginning area of the cave. Then the next day we'll hike into the cave further and get to this actual Sondoong cave. There's like sections of cave. So the next tomorrow will be another, they say wet day. As a matter of fact, it's gonna get really wet. And it's a little bit frustrating because that thumbnail is part of the cave, just part of it, you know. But they gave me these boots and these socks. because apparently when you trek through the riverbeds, like you're going to be going like crossing river, crossing river, crossing river, crossing river all day. Apparently you get sand up in your boots, and the sand can chafe your skin and ruin your feet, give you rot, like fungus rot, which makes me a little frustrated because I had the shoes that I wanted, but they were Gore-Tex, and Gore-Tex shoes actually will fill up with water, and then once they fill up with water, you can never really get the water out, you know. So I've got these goofy boots on, and they don't have insoles, so they're just flat in the bottom. It's not going to be a very comfortable walk for my feet, and it's just going to be the way it is. They saw the shoes that I had yesterday for orientation, and they were like, nope, nope. Richard, no waterproof socks. Because the water is going to go up to your waist in a lot of cases, so even waterproof socks, it would fill up. And once waterproof socks fill up on the inside, I think it'd be a little tough. You totally should, so it's worth it to be able to ride again. We bike, oh, it's nice, I get sciatica. You guys are having an interesting conversation. I love that. I love it and I hate it. I love it because it's nice to have a conversation in the comment section, but I hate it because maybe I'm so boring. You guys aren't even listening to what I'm saying. I'm just speaking into the ether. Hopefully not. You're right, Matt. That's an interesting idea. The topic that, you know, soldiers and even the Vietnamese, we're probably doing what I'll be doing today. We're trekking through the jungle, crossing rivers. But when they did it, they probably had rifles over their heads and big, heavy packs. It was a bit different for them than it is going to be for me. I have a whole team ahead of us. We have about 10 trekkers, and then we have like 20 crew members. There's a guy from the UK named Martin, who is going to be our team leader. Then we have his manager, which is a Vietnamese guy that kind of runs the tour. Then there's a crew of porters and people that are knowledgeable in the caves, and it's going to be, I think it's a little overkill, but I paid a lot for this, and it's the largest cave in the world, and I want to do it right. So I think this is the best way to do it. And because there's so many people on our team, there's not a lot of worry for any sort of mishaps. You know, the things should go pretty well. They've been doing this for quite some time, and so I'm not so nervous about anything going wrong. Ooh, spicy. I like the spicy, it's like sriracha sauce. I love it. Anyways, so yeah, 4 days later, I've finished all my videos up until the 21st. So tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, you'll have videos. They'll be from the past, obviously. Anybody that's watching this, hi, my name is Matt. I'm traveling around the world. I'm cycling from China to the USA. I'm also checking off bucket list items. Today's bucket list item is actually getting checked. This is maybe my number 2 bucket list item that I conceived of when I wrote my bucket list as far as the things I wanted to accomplish on this tour. Number 1 was Mount Everest, but number 2, or at least in the top 10, was to explore the largest cave in the world here in Vietnam. So so this is part of the deal. So yeah, it's exciting. Good morning. Yeah, super cool. That's one of my teammates. They all seem to be okay with the camera. So I was worried if some of them didn't want the camera on them, then I'd have to, sorry guys, you know, have to cut people out of my videos, and I really didn't want to do that. Everybody seems pretty cool, and so you'll probably learn about everybody today as we trek. I don't have any ability to power charge my batteries, so I have 5 camera batteries, which hopefully is enough for the next 4 days. I'm gonna have to get really conservative on my shots, you know. Nice photos you posted on Facebook. Thanks, Richard. Do you have a favorite location so far if you had to choose? Cody asked me. What do you mean, man? I've been to North Korea. That was a pretty amazing location to see North Korea, but I've also cycled across North Korea, but I've also cycled across South Korea. And for cycling, that was pretty amazing too. There's reasons I enjoy areas for beauty, and there's reasons I enjoy areas for people. There's reasons I enjoy areas for cycling, and there's reasons I enjoy areas for climbing. And there's reasons I enjoy areas for swimming. You know, reasons I enjoy areas for culture. And almost always there's a mixture of all of those things. The what's your favorite question is a very difficult question to answer for travelers. Because, I mean, like Ryan, my friend, or not Ryan, Matt, my friend, the one who's doing this to Ryan. That's interesting I said that. Both my friends. Anyway, Matt is, he's been to many countries, like 60 some countries, and he has experienced most of them, you know, really experienced them. And you ask him what is his favorite, and, you know, it's tough for him to answer, you know. He has a lot of favorites. Not bad for a kid from Detroit. Taiwan looked amazing. When you looked at those guys doing work experience, I was tempted to just book a flight right then. You're talking about Green Island on the east coast of Taiwan, and you're talking about those young kids, those amazing fun group of kids that I met, that I ended up staying with. I slept in a derelict building one night, an old burnt out hotel, and then we just did an amazing tour. Those guys were amazing. Those guys were really cool. See what it is though. People make an experience, right? You meet the right people, makes a big difference. How's the toilet situation in the cave? Plus, when you're trekking, what if you suddenly need to go? Well, there's always toilets around on the roads here you can find, and your body sort of finds a rhythm. At least mine does, and it kind of holds it, and I'm not engorging myself, and I'm burning calories, so whatever goes in my mouth pretty much gets used around, you know, this house I call a body, you know. So I don't necessarily feel the need to most cases, you know. But in the cave they have they're called dry toilets. They're basically dry toilets. They just, you know, you sit in a seat. It's like a seat, you know, a comfortable seat to sit in, and then you go into a bucket. And that bucket is, you know, sanitized, and, you know, obviously it was sanitized. It's not sanitized when you finish. And then it gets packaged and taken out of the cave and then buried, like, the waste gets buried outside of the cave. They don't let anything inside the cave stay. But into the jungle, then you dig down I think they dig down like 5 feet or something, and then they put it in there, you know? Yeah. And you're only 30, everybody's talking to Cody, I think. How's the breakfast? Hey, Matt, come on out here, man. People are asking questions. People are asking what the trike is like for you. What was the first impression? Was it comfortable? And why don't you come out here? You want to see the breakfast? I'm finishing it. This is the omelet. You'll probably have the same thing, and a coffee. So we'll see Matt emerge from the side there when he wakes his ass out. I'm all packed up and ready to go. I woke up a little bit early so I could get everything going and charge my batteries. The only problem is that this live stream that I'm recording right now, if it goes long, I'll chew through one of my battery blocks, at least a quarter of it, and that's unfortunate because I want to use as much. I have two 20,000 milliamp or whatever, two 20,000 milliamp battery packs that are really good. But once they're gone, I'm gonna be out. I have 2 battery packs. I have 5 like of my Canon batteries. I have my gimbal, the little Osmo Pocket. I have a GoPro that can go underwater. And, geez, what else do I have? I think that's it. I'm leaving my laptop here. This is the first time I've left my laptop. I'm leaving my wallet and a bunch of stuff. I'm going kind of unplugged. Well, not unplugged. I'm going plugged in. It's funny, the guys yesterday at the orientation are like, you guys are gonna really enjoy not being plugged in and getting away from your social media, social media addictions, I'm like, well, I am the catalyst for some of those social media addictions, and I'll be connected just in a different way. I'll be making instead of watching, but that'll still be cool. Can't wait for radioactive batteries, huh? Yeah, that would be nice. Could you imagine? I feel like the next big technology, the next really big one, the one that's going to revolutionize things is battery technology. Because of the way they store batteries, store energy in a battery is fairly flat. And when they can do quantum storage of like the electrons, I think that's going to really open up things. Could you imagine having a laptop that you charge once every 6 months or something? You know what I mean? I feel like that's something that might happen, That would be amazing. Hey, Paula, I'm an addiction? Is that me? Just found out about train hoppers. It's dangerous, train hoppers. I do have a waterproof bag in my backpack that I'll put, my sensitive stuff to. Jayoe in a few days. All right, Donald, awesome, buddy. Hey, can you link your battery gear and universal charger? I can to most things, Kelly, but I can't charge my my Canon batteries. That requires a 2-prong plug into a wall socket. There's sometimes, I've had a few times where those batteries actually did charge from the camera using the USB, but it's rare. Hey, look at that guy. Look at that shirt.
Look at that shirt. Ready to go.
Ready to go. Yeah, just go on up there. She'll give you a menu. All right, let's see here. I'm looking through comments, and Matt will come back. What do you think of the GoPro Hero 7? Haven't used it, Lee, but I hear it's awesome.
I have a 6. Oh, that doesn't mean.
No, yeah. Matt has a 6, so we'll play with the 6. The 6 is actually pretty close to the 7 as far as quality goes. I guess that would depend on the reason you're there, if you enjoy a country or not, personal or professional travel. That's true. Okay. What did you order?
Same thing. Dude.
Same thing. Omelet.
Choice
Omelet's
of 4
easy.
things. Your typical hostel/hotel.
Yeah.
Free breakfast.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing great, but I don't want it to be too. Actually, I don't even want to eat all this bread because I don't want to have to take a dump later. Whatever I'm getting out now, I want out.
Well, how about an hour and a half to get it through you. The coffee helps.
Yeah.
Pushes it out.
Did you sleep well last night?
I did.
Didn't?
Well, I did.
Oh.
I did. I mean,
okay.
I slept well as far as I didn't wake up, but I was out by 10 and I woke up at 4:30.
Oh. So you were up since 4?
4:30.
You didn't get back to bed?
Well, what was the point?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I set my alarm for 7.
You got a long day. We've
But
got
I
a
had
long
like
day.
6. But I'm okay because it was like 6.5 hours sleep.
Yeah, that's enough. So, Matt needs to explain all that ink on his body.
Yeah, but
Maybe we'll do an episode where you'll describe your tattoos.
yeah, they all have some interesting stories to them.
Yeah.
They're not like tribal designs or
Yeah.
anything.
A Chinese logo that you think is really cool,
Well,
but it
nothing wrong
really
with that.
says
Nothing
foreigners
wrong
are
with that.
jerks or something.
No, I'm not against that. It's just my tattoos they're more comedy than anything.
Yeah. They mean stuff. Matt got his Jayoe shirt on. Yeah.
Indeed.
Where'd you get that Jayoe shirt?
I got that in your office in Nimbo the
Yeah.
first time I met you.
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah. He's kept it clean. They're asking me where's mine. I'm like, mine are completely destroyed.
Oh, you're not even wearing any.
No, I destroyed them all. I don't have any left.
How do you not have one for this epic
I have my
Adventure.
polo. I'm not gonna wear my my polo in the cave.
All right.
I have my hat.
That's
My fishing hat, you know.
I thought you would have made sure you had one for this though.
I know. I can Photoshop.
You want this one back?
No. I like that you're wearing it. It's okay. Thank you.
You're coming.
Where's what?
Sugar.
There's no need for oh, is that black?
I think I just have a coffee. I don't know.
Did you see what I did? I just smelled it. Like you could smell the difference between. Can you smell the difference between salt and sugar?
Absolutely.
Can you?
Absolutely.
That's salt.
Yeah, I guess black coffee it is then.
Black coffee, I guess. Cheers. To Doong.
But that doesn't taste like bad.
Yeah. Vietnamese coffee is better than American coffee, or
I think so.
what do you think? Yeah, I think so too.
Well, I mean, it might be because it's new to me. It's a new flavor.
Yeah. I'm hearing mixed reviews on Vietnamese food. How does it compare to food in mainland China? Well, that's Matt can't. Well, you can. I guess you could say. How does that compare
Well,
to Chinese food?
I disappoint a lot of people in this aspect of traveling. I'm not a foodie.
Okay.
I stick to street food. Majority of when I'm alone anyway, street food, and I just get whatever's cheap. I don't go out do the Anthony Bourdain thing where gotta go. I did though spend $100 once on the most ever I spent on at a restaurant for food because it was the oldest restaurant in the world in Madrid, Spain.
In the world?
Yes, it's the oldest. It's the oldest that has kept its same name. I don't know if the owner's the same, but it's in Madrid, Spain.
Wow.
It was Hemingway's. Hemingway wrote about it in The Sun Also Rises, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No,
How was the food?
Guinness Book of World Records sign in the window.
How old is that?
1700 somethings.
Wow. How was the food? Was it worth
Oh, it was
$100?
amazing. It actually was.
Wow.
The whole ambiance. It was definitely worth it. Basically, if that was a restaurant in Las Vegas, the meal I got,
Crazy
the
popular.
$100 included a bottle of wine that me and my buddy shared.
Okay.
That would have been easily $150 to $200 each in Las Vegas. And this was an epic restaurant. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, I can't remember the name. It starts with a B. It's a Spanish name, obviously, because it's in Spain.
yeah. I bet if they go on oldest restaurant in the
it's the
world,
first one that comes
Madrid,
up.
it'll pop up.
But that's why I ate there, because we were walking by it. Guinness Book of World Records sign in the window. Gotta do it.
What do you think about the prices here in Vietnam?
Up until this point, Bolivia was my #1 cheapest place. I was telling Matt, when I was in Bolivia for about 3.5 weeks, and I traveled through it like buses and literally a hitchhike. And obviously, it's impossible, but I felt like I had more money when I left than when I entered. That's how cheap Bolivia was. This may have just edged out. We'll see at the end of it when I tally it all up once I leave. Because and the thing is, I spent 3 weeks in Bolivia, and I'll be spending 3 weeks here, so it'll kind of be a good
But
comparison.
like what you said about the hotel we stayed at, the
Oh my
prices
God.
were cheap.
I don't know how they make a profit.
But the place was nice.
Yeah.
Like you were in Bolivia, maybe you isn't that right? You were saying the quality of the places
Yeah,
were
yeah.
I
I spent $5 to $7 for a 6-bed hostel, and I got $5-6 worth of a 6-bed hostel. Here, we spent, I think together was like about say $8 a night.
Yeah.
$55 for 3 nights for 2 people.
Yeah.
So do the math.
Yeah.
And it comes with free breakfast
And a
good
great
breakfast.
lobby and like fantastic facilities.
I don't know how they make
you
a profit. I seriously don't know how they make a profit.
And then what did we buy? I bought over the course of the time. What was our tab including? You had a dinner, right? I had a dinner.
I had
3
drinks.
mojitos. I had 3 mojitos.
I had at least 1 or 2 drinks.
We had an onslaught of coffees, like beyond the breakfast coffee. It was like, give me a coffee, give me a coffee, give me a coffee. Never paid for them.
Basically bottomless coffees.
Bottomless coffees. And over the course of 3 days, the 2 guys, could I have another black coffee? Could I have one of these?
One?
Yeah. And we had like a ton of stuff, and then we I had to pay the bill, you know, so I went up and I said, how much is it? And it was total like
$33.
$33.
That's insane.
$33.
For 3 days worth of both of us drinking and eating. I'm not
I mean,
lying.
like big meals.
I don't know, maybe they'll give you a hookup or something, but
What did we have that day? I had the Caesar salad, big Caesar salad with chicken
I
in
had
it.
that hamburger that wasn't there.
You had a big hamburger, and we had like the spring rolls. That was just one example of one meal on one of the days that we had
In
that
Las
we
Vegas,
didn't pay for.
In Las Vegas, just my drinks would have been double that price.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, right. One drink. One of those big bone. How much are those big bone drinks? You know what I'm talking about? Those like $15
depending on
or
where you
something.
go. Just wanted to go.
Yeah. Where's Matt Harper off to next? Interested in YouTube. Thanks, Calvin. Oldest restaurant is Bolin.
There we go. Bowen.
Botin.
Bolton. It's like actually a long name, but Bolton is for short.
Strawberry smoothies. Okay, we got $15 super chat from Christine. After your cave expedition, you boys go have a beer or a coffee or a strawberry smoothie or whatever. It's on me. All right, Christine.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll enjoy it, and
As will I.
we'll give you some credit there. Matt F is in good shape. Does he work out while traveling?
Actually, you want to lead into that one, or do you want me to answer it?
Well, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. You start.
For the most part, the way I did, I've been working out, you know, for the most part of the last 20 years. And, you know, I went through my phase where I was pretty much a meathead in the gym, personal trainer. And then, but I'm obviously toning down since then. But for me, it's a mental, psychological thing. Like, it's just a part of who I am. It gets me going, you know, gives me confidence. So when I travel, believe it or not, there are some sort of gyms in almost every place you go, nowadays especially. Even in third world, small countries, maybe not villages like this, but for the most part, you're gonna find something. So I would say average, this is an average over the span of the last 6 years or so. Average at least 2 days a week.
Yeah.
So just to keep in shape. But I started, like I said, I've kind of been a meathead since when I was younger. So I had that muscle memory, so it doesn't take a lot. And when I am home for a stretch of time, I'm there at the gym 4 or 5 days a week. And I try to eat as relatively healthy as I can. Not like this guy who just gorges himself on everything that comes in.
You're seeing it, right?
So to answer your question shortly, in a short way, I work out about 2 days a week on the road. I'll either Google nearest gym, or sometimes I'll stay at a cheap hotel that has a gym. And I do try to go for the healthier part of the menu.
Do you understand why I can't lose weight now? A little bit more after hanging with me for a few days?
Yeah, I get it now.
I'm a monster. Actually, we were staying at the in Vientiane in Laos, and he's like, I'm gonna go work out. And you know what's cool about traveling with you is that, like, I don't feel, sometimes you feel like I have to be included in what you're doing, or you know what I mean? Like sometimes you travel with somebody and you're like, all right, I guess I gotta hitch a ride with whatever's going on.
I let him know at the very beginning, because he kept on apologizing for stuff. I'm like, dude, stop. Like, I like being alone.
Yeah, we're good.
I
We're good.
travel, I would say 90% of the time I've traveled, or it's kind of been an ongoing thing, but I'm alone at least 80 to 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meet people at a hostel or something and I'll go to the next destination with them, but for the most part, I'm always alone, and I need that. I do that by choice. So when Matt's apologizing, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Oh man, I'm editing so much. I'm
like,
sorry,
bro,
man.
like,
And
I
he's
would-
like, shut up, dude.
I would be upset if you wanted to hang out with me all the time.
Yeah, good. So it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I do need hours of time during certain parts of the day to edit. Anyways, he was like, I'm gonna work out. You know, it wasn't ever like, come work out with me. It was just, I'm gonna work out.
And he said, I think I'm gonna join you.
I think I'm gonna join you. So then I went, and damn, felt great.
I went the next day.
Next day, damn, it felt sore.
Went to the pool.
But yeah, we went. How much was it? It was $2. $2, and we got a whole. It was like a Vientiane fitness center.
Yeah,
It was a pretty well equipped. I mean, the machines were a little.
They're old and rusty, but they were
Yeah.
still.
And they had a
I knew.
huge pool, but the pool you had to pay for.
An extra $1.
Extra buck.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like,
That's it.
and you can always be creative. This is push-ups. All I need is a bar to do pull-ups. You can, for my shoulders, I found heavy rocks, and you just lift them. And
Yeah.
you can just be creative. All I need is resistance. Any kind of
Put a
resistance.
trike over your head a couple of times.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I think that I'm gonna infuse his inspiration for physical fitness into my future here, and try. The hard thing for me is after I ride like 100 kilometers,
Right,
I don't
yeah.
want to. I don't
I
want to
get
do
that.
anything, you know.
But don't do it
uh,
on the same day that you
Yeah.
go into.
Yeah, every week I have about a day or two that I take off to edit anyways, and
And I'm telling you, and you know how you felt mentally,
Felt
psychologically
great.
right after. So even
felt
if
great.
even if you don't get a huge physical benefit of it,
Yeah.
I think you should do it just for your
Yeah, I think so.
mental strength.
I think so. Let's see here. Try pushing 3 feet of snow off a roof. Charles says, please send condolences to the New Zealand victims.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
That is crazy, right? We live in a horrible time. I posted on my Facebook, I was like, humanity, you should be ashamed of yourself that we could allow such a, just a senseless thing.
Christchurch specifically will always have a special place in my heart, mainly because in 2013, when I first started this, what began as a 6-month around the world journey, which now is 6 years, my very first place, I booked a ticket from Las Vegas, Nevada, a one-way ticket to Christchurch, New Zealand, and that was the beginning of it all.
Yeah.
So Christchurch will always have.
That was your inspiration, right? Or
Well,
your,
those are my
not your
inspirations.
inspiration, it was your first
step
step.
one. It was
First
step one of where I am today.
And it's, you know, he picked that place because it was the most peaceful place he could think of, and he wanted to make sure that no place was safe. What a,
Oh yeah.
what an
I was going
unbelievably.
on a more positive route
Yeah.
and talk about why I wanted to. I don't want to take attention off that guy. The
Oh.
reason I did, because it was always been, ever since I started snowboarding at this point, or at that point it had been like 5 years. Ever since I started snowboarding, I said I wanted to snowboard in July. For the most part, the only place you can do it is New Zealand. So, actually it was August 1st when I left, August 8th I think. And I went because I booked a 1-week snow safari with Haka Tours. Shout out to Haka Tours, New Zealand. They put on an amazing snowboarding adventure around New Zealand, around the top mountains in New Zealand. And that's what began it all for me.
Where did you grow up? Question.
I was born in Van Nuys, California, which is a suburb of LA. And when I was a little baby, my parents moved me to southern Arizona, like about 50 miles, what is that in kilometers? Well, 50 miles south of Phoenix. After high school, I joined the Navy. After I got out of the Navy, I moved straight to Las Vegas, and I've been there ever since.
Yeah. Vegas boy. We're getting some interesting side conversations. With all due respect, instead of galvanizing all over Southeast Asia and putting yourself in some dangerous situations, shouldn't you be spending all this free time you have? I don't know, what is this person saying? I'm getting some weird hate. Just throwing this out there. I've received a bunch of comments because I've been taking the bus a few times recently. And me and Matt, we took the bus here, to Sondong area, Dong Hoi area. I'm getting some anger and some disrespect. People are saying that they're called me a loser, and one person said that they were disappointed in me because I'm not traveling all the way on my bike, and they're disappointed in me. So I don't know. I found that interesting. If you guys are disappointed in me because I'm not traveling the way you think I should be traveling, I think that's more of a question you need to ask yourselves.
Exactly.
And if you're disappointed to the extent that you think I'm a loser, well, get your winter ass off wherever you're at and you cycle around the world, and I'll support you. Maybe. I probably won't support you because you called me a loser. But anyways, people are funny.
This is the first time I've seen it on this side.
Yeah,
Kinda weird.
yeah,
I was
right.
wondering if you use your computer or just phone.
Yeah, just the phone, and you can see the little chats there kind of going through, and you try. This is why, like, a lot of times, a lot of people chat, and I can't get to. I have to
get
cycle
it, yeah.
through
Now
them
I get
all.
why I said so many times, I'm on the runway, I'm on the runway.
Yeah. You know, he was on the runway on last week's, right? That was last week's.
week.
Gosh, we've done a lot in a week.
Right?
Shit, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy week, but we did lace a lot. Like that was a fantastic week.
Well, do the math. What's 7 times 24? That's 160 something. So
That's a lot of hours.
right, and you have to have some downtime in there.
So, what was I saying? Oh, what was I saying? Where was I going?
I don't know where you're going.
I was going into
You
something.
just ended about people giving you shit for.
Oh.
You ended that, and then you're going into.
And then I ended that. I think I was distracted by one of those comments. Somebody's telling me that I need to go back home and stay with my wife and daughter and stop traveling all the time. What happens if you die tomorrow? Thank you for that. Why don't you stop talking about people dying, okay?
Who said that?
I don't know. Somebody out there is
What kind of honestly, what kind
angry.
of? No, I know. I'm just a logical thing. What kind of question is that? What if you die tomorrow?
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 What if-
Then we're gone. That's-
Exactly.
we die tomorrow.
Yeah, we die tomorrow then. That was the weirdest question. Is that normal question?
I don't know. I travel around the world. I've always wanted to travel around the world, and this has always been a plan. So, yeah. Everybody, there's many different ways. I'll die with family around me too. All of you guys are my family. My family knows of me. If
What's that say? Has he had any, like?
yeah, let's continue. I'm selfish.
That's not good. That's a good question. Or new ways of thinking. Absolutely, and it's been very incremental. Like there was no one thing. There was no aha moment, and I don't know if you watched like the first video where I said, I think you even elaborate on it on one of the upcoming videos, how I went from tourist, traveler to adventurer, and I don't like being pigeonholed into any word. First off, because and nothing wrong with people who call themselves travelers. It's different for me because a lot of people, when they say I'm a traveler, they'll do 2 weeks here, go home for 6 months, and do another 2 weeks here. I mean, nothing wrong because they have responsibility
limited
back home,
time.
and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a knock on them. It's just and they come back and they either say it changed my outlook on everything. For instance, I'll give you a quick little story on what I think about when I'm asked that question. I used to work in the Las Vegas nightlife industry, a very superficial industry, and still to this day, I have tons of friends that are very close to me there that still work in the industry, and the women, they're your typical, fake breasts and blah blah blah. But one of them went to, I think it was Thailand for 10 days, and she was constantly posting, memes that are inspirational and like get out of your comfort zone, and it makes you realize that, and I'm not exaggerating at all. A week after she got back, her first post on Facebook was, new present for me, my new 2000 whatever BMW. But a week before that, she was saying how it's changed, like she's going to Thailand, let's just see how.
Find a new purpose.
So for me, it has been incremental where I've had, something happen and then it made me think differently, but I didn't change. And then something else happened and it made so it's been like a stack on stack on stack. So the whole experience has changed me. I can't necessarily pinpoint one specific thing, and I don't think it would have changed me if I would have just done that 6 months like I planned on doing. I wouldn't have changed.
Yeah.
I would have had good stories to tell, and that's about it. To answer your question, yes, it's changed me, but not one specific thing. It makes your whole outlook changes.
Jody says, any update on the performance strike? No. That's the answer to the question. No update. I haven't heard from George or anything, so I know you were asking that question before. Share more personal stuff, Matt, too. Great. That somebody's enjoying hearing your backstory. Yeah. Matt is here.
I am an open book.
Was Matt drunk when he got any of those tattoos?
Not when I got them, but a few of my older ones, I absolutely thought of them when I was drunk. I had a saying, not anymore because I've grown up a little bit, so I'll never get a tattoo that I think of when I'm sober. I'll only get a tattoo when I think of when I'm drunk. And if you get to see some of them, you understand. Yeah, I had to have been drunk to think of that.
You know what? Honestly, we should do a video about your tattoos, and I could like get close-ups of each one, and you could describe them. That'd be neat. That'd be neat because they do have stories. But we'll save that for a future. Charles says, Matt too. You're Matt too, by the way.
I'll take it, I'll take it.
You're on the
Yeah, I
Matt
deserve
One's
it.
vlog, right?
Exactly. I'll take it.
Any other circumstance, Matt too's a nice guy. That's true.
Thank you.
He is a nice guy. Wanted to write something. Okay, so everybody's defending me from that girl. I blocked that girl sending me or guy sending me messages or whatever. Traveling. The process of traveling is what's important. Show at least show that one.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
This is my motto.
Can you read it?
The journey is the destination.
Yeah.
And I got this tattoo specifically. I was about 2.5 years into it, and I would get questions like that, which is an honest question. And I completely understand why people ask that, because that's what I would ask. But I'm gonna be honest with you. In the back of my head, my eyes are rolling when I get asked, like, "What's your favorite place?" What's your
favorite question.
And I think you were touching on that earlier.
Yeah.
And at that point, about 2.5 years into it, I was templed out. I was museumed out. I was basically, there's very few things in specific cities that drew me there. What kept me going was the actual journey itself. So I came across I would like to say I was clever enough to think of this myself, but I came across it, I don't know, Google search or something. And it just stuck with me ever since. And like 6 months later, you know what? That's my motto. His is Jayoe, and mine's the journey is the destination. Because I have more stories, at least for me, that are more important to me. But like just getting here was an amazing adventure.
Yeah.
So it's the journey.
You'll
that
see
means
that
most to me.
actually tomorrow. You'll see that bus.
Yeah, that bus.
The bus tour.
Okay,
I think tomorrow.
and just to touch on that, I could have very, very easily, and I didn't even. Well, I thought about it for like a split second. I could have very easily flown into Doong or the nearest airport and met Matt here. I had no
There's no
reason.
real benefit to going to Laos.
There
Like
was
actual
For
benefit.
For me, it was would have been a complete superficial reason just to check another country off my list.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would have been the only selfish reason. But because of that, and knowing what I enjoy, I wanted to have an adventure just getting to the adventure.
So he came and visited me in Laos, and then you watched when he arrived, and then we just give you a little spoiler alert. I mean, we take a bus from Vientiane, and we were on the bus for 22 hours, right? Not the bus itself, but the journey from Vientiane to Dong Hoi was about 22 hours.
Yeah.
And it was full of highs and lows, and anger and extortion and yelling and sleeping outside, and him sleeping on a pile of rocks, me sleeping in a road, and funny people. And the next few vlogs are going to be interesting because they're going to chronicle that.
But what happened is exactly what I wanted it to happen.
Yeah. And like I said, I won't spoil it because there was a few. I could go into some stories, but we'll talk about that some other time. So sad for you, Dion. Oh, somebody's got to go back to their 9-to-5 job. Punch out. That Mike Tyson punch out tattoo is amazing.
I was waiting for someone to comment on that.
Yeah. Hulk smash. You have Hulk? No. That's
These are all.
Yeah, but don't you have a green character? No.
No. I mean, real quick, I won't go into deep. This one, I would go through phases in my life of getting tattoos, and to me, it's a storyboard. That's why I don't get like designs and anything. And I don't like covering up tattoos, so I kind of play off it. I got into philosophy really big, and I still pretty much am. So that's what the thinker is right here. And then, but if you really, in reality, I don't know shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I kind of had the thinker thinking the emoji. I don't know. So that's what that is. And then I have a bunch of Nintendo characters. Like I have Mario climbing up one of my old roses. This is an old rose, and I have Tetris pieces. I have Mega Man, and then Mike Tyson, and I have Contra that I need to still get colored in. It's not when I get back I need to get it colored, and I have some other ones up there. But this is Nintendo basically. These ones.
Can
I'm
I
an
have
80s
a
kid.
black coffee? Black. Black. Like black, this color, like this. Black
What
coffee.
did you have?
They gave me milk. It was too sweet. Can I have black coffee?
Absolutely. And I still have a couple more characters I need to get. Zelda and Kung Fu.
He was so pissed off at me because I didn't.
Oh, okay. I'm very, very rarely disappointed in him. Very rarely.
Disappointed. It's good you
I know,
use that
I
word
know,
again.
right? Yeah,
It
that's why I
really
use it.
ties it in. It really ties it in.
Yeah, we're done. And I will give permission to any 80s kid out there to give him constant shit for this. All right. He had no idea what was the specific one that you didn't know? You knew what Punch
I
Out
knew
was,
Punch Out.
but that was the only one.
That's it.
He didn't know
Contra, I don't know Contra.
He didn't know Excite Bike. How do you not know
Excite
Excite
Bike?
Bike? Excite Bike is
I ride an exciting bike. Does that count?
no. He just never played Nintendo.
Yeah,
He didn't- and he didn't-
Mario. I knew Mario.
Well, hope.
Tetris. I got Tetris. There was a few more that you were like, holy shit, I can't believe you don't know what that is. I don't know.
I'm getting.
We were talking-
Oh, this one. Okay, what's going when I get back? What's going right here is Tecmo Bowl.
I don't know.
He kept on calling. What'd you call it?
Tecmo Bowl, like bowling. Right?
Yeah.
Tecmo Bowl.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say anything. I want someone to comment how un-80s Matt Gallup was for not knowing what Tecmo Bowl was. It was the #1 football game of Nintendo in the 80s.
It was a bowling game. Tecmo,
No, it's-
Tecmo Bowl.
It's football. American football.
Did you guys hear that thing drop behind us? Is that what you said? I'll show you what dropped.
He didn't know what Tecmo Bowl was.
Starfruit.
See, he's changing the subject. He's embarrassed.
Yes, look at that.
Yes, Bo Jackson. That's the one I'm getting. I'm getting the Bo Jackson where he scores a touchdown.
that's great.
Listen, I'm talking to someone that actually knows what Tecmo Bowl is. Yes, I'm getting the Bo Jackson where he scores the touchdown and the referee's like this. That's going right there. See, he even knew the exact scene I was getting tattooed, and you didn't even never heard of Tecmo Bowl, and you're an '80s kid from America. Should be ashamed, dude. It's the only thing I'm disappointed in.
If that's
I'll
the
never
only,
let that down.
if that's the only thing that you're disappointed, I'm okay.
Absolutely, you can't. It's a glitch in the game.
I've just joined and I've already heard my favorite word, Nintendo. I'm actually watching
See,
this
Matt?
live stream on my Nintendo Switch.
You need to get in touch with
My inner 80s.
yeah.
He was unstoppable.
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 It was a glitch in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you couldn't tackle him if you knew the path. No one could catch him.
Yeah, see, Matt was a Sega kid. I went from a Commodore 64 to a Sega
but
Genesis.
I was a Sega kid too. I was an '80s kid, meaning everything '80s was encapsulated in this Sega.
Look at that comment.
What?
Yeah, that message was deleted. Oh, retracted. Craig. We know what you said, Craig. I never played Nintendo. Thanks, Richard. Give that game. I gave that game to my boyfriend last year. Found it at GameStop.
Yeah, any girl out there, that's a great gift for any of your boyfriends/husbands that are in their late 30s, early 40s.
Unless they're mature like me.
Oh my God! Unless they had no friends and were a dork like you in high school,
Oh, Matt, that was.
or not
That
high school.
was-
That would've been, well, I'm
That
sorry.
was painful,
I'm
brother.
sorry. Like,
That was. Oh.
I'm offended that you don't know.
Golly, you just took me
Admirable.
back to my childhood. Me sitting in the corner of the park, staring at all the people playing football, thinking, "What's wrong with me?" Existential crisis. I'm gonna have to work these things through in the
Low
jungle.
blow. Hey, I don't care. I'll hit that low blow. I'm just like,
I'll take it. I'll take it. In mid '80s, I was playing GI Joe in the army. Well,
that's a little bit different. You
yeah,
can't really
yeah,
compare
yeah,
the two.
to your service.
I mean, I was 10, 9, 8, 7. I was born in 1979, so I'm an 80s kid and a 90s teenager.
Yeah. And you served in the military.
I served in the military.
Yeah.
I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
A medic, a corpsman. If anyone's out there that knows what a corpsman is.
Yeah. Matt's got an interesting history. But today we are sitting here.
Favorite 80s movie as a kid? Karate Kid and Goonies. Those are the Karate Kid and Goonies are my go-to whenever I don't know what's on and I go by one of those on the TV screen and it's on. I'll watch Goonies
Hey, you guys!
and Karate Kid. Cause I was a
Chunk.
small kid in high school or growing up. I was really skinny, and I was inspired by Karate Kid because the bully wins and blah blah blah. Karate Kid's always been.
Whoa! You were inspired by Karate Kid because the bully wins?
No.
You said I'm inspired
mean,
by Karate
obviously.
Kid because the bully wins.
Well, reverse that.
I think that was a little bit of an interior voice on the
Reverse
exterior
that.
side.
No, are you?
Matt, too, have wife and children?
No,
No.
that's why. That's the only reason I can do this.
I can do it too. You know. Not the only reason that you can't do it.
It's one of the reasons why.
You ever look at the cat trike? They're also made in Orlando, Florida. Mark, I have not. I've ridden the cat trike, but I think I've ridden the cat trike. I might not have ever ridden a cat trike, actually. Pac-Man. I did like Pac-Man. We liked Pac-Man. That was a good game, right?
Pac-Man is, early
But
80s.
that's an arcade
Yeah.
game. That's the kind of. I used to like the Pac-Man. You play at the table.
Yeah,
You know,
Pizza
I had the table and you
Pizza
played
Hut.
it. Yeah, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you can eat pizza.
And they're red cups.
Right. Daniel's son was a bully.
Yeah, if there's an actual YouTube
There's an actual
thing
YouTube video that
kind
talks
of
about
point out.
and
Yeah, it's
twists
funny.
it.
It's funny.
Are you getting the new G7X Mark II? No, I already have one. I'm using the new one. We're taking it to the cave. I'm probably going to destroy that camera, to be honest, if it's wet.
I'm not too much.
What? Matt, too, can I get some Motrin?
Oh, okay. That was an inside joke because he must have been in the Marines because us corpsmen, Motrin was our. You have a headache? Motrin. You broke your leg? Motrin. You need stitches? Motrin. You have a
Oh,
sore
cool.
throat? Motrin. So I got you.
Hey, that's neat. That's neat. That's totally outside my bubble. I don't understand. But now I understand. I learned something today.
Yeah.
Late to the party, but when did you get your chain and derailleur problem fixed? It's all the same shit that was broken before. I'm just waiting until we get down to Ho Chi. I got about 800 kilometers before I can fix that. So, yeah, we're gonna figure that. Actually, real quick, let's talk about the cave. We're gonna go in the cave. It's 4 days. We're gonna finish. We're gonna finish. Now, Matt's really disappointed because
The top 3 things that sold me on it, we're not even doing.
yeah, the top 3 things for you: abseiling,
Abseiling,
standing on the pinnacle pillar thing,
and the canoeing in the
and canoeing inside the inside river that runs through this special
basically
cavern.
their top marketing pictures, selling points
Yeah.
on their website. We're not even doing.
I mean, the top thing is that huge cavernous cave. You can't get rid of that. You know, like that's the top, like amazing. The picture that iconic that iconic huge cave. You know, but yeah. We were at the orientation and Matt's like. Kind of like I saw your inner child for a second. Oh, where are we gonna abseil? And he's like, oh, there's none of that. Oh, and then he kind of, and then like the guy was like going through the different stages of it, and it's like, this is the picture of the river. This is the picture of the thing, the beautiful
like,
emerald blue river, and then Matt's, I could see him get all a little giddy, and he's like, yeah, this is dried up. It's pretty much all mud. It's like not even like. Not there.
Yeah.
It's replaced with something worse, like something bad. So, anyways, it'll be awesome.
I'll make the best of it.
It'll be awesome. It'll be cool. So, let's see. We're almost an hour. I think that we'll go a little bit over an hour here on this one because I want to charge this phone a little bit before we go, and then we'll take off. But any drone action in the cave? Shit, I wish, man. I try hard, but we are actually tailed by a. What do you call him? A ranger.
Yeah.
So there's an actual government ranger that follows
Supervising
us,
us.
and he will make sure that we do not send any drones up in the air. It's not cool. Hey, Donald, take it easy. Good night, brother. Who's cooking in the cave? We have a whole. Honestly, it's going to be pretty fancy, I think. You know, as far as as fancy as you can get inside a cave. This is expensive. This was an expensive.
Yeah, like
excursion.
I did the Inca Trail, and I was telling Matt. First off, I'm not a foodie, so just take it with a grain of salt. It was probably in the top 5 best food I've had in all my traveling. Not just
on the Incan Trail.
On the Inca Trail, the chefs, the food they made it wasn't just good because I had to take in consideration.
It was good.
If they would have served that on a plate in a 5-star restaurant, I would have said, "Ooh, this is really good."
Yeah. Some
again,
of
I'm not
these
a
tours
foodie, so
can be.
take it.
Yeah. Some of these tours can feed you pretty well. Everest food was not quite that great, but
Inca Trail was.
Let's see. Be safe, guys. Will do. Hey, just real quick before I go, if we go into that cave, is there anything that you might be interested in having us talk about while we're there? I like throwing that question out. Just this. Matt, too, wearing your Jayoe t-shirt. Yeah. So let me know if there's like, because we're going to be in this big epic thing. Like one of the things that I like to do is record some bits that I can use later. Like, jeez, I can't think about it, but you know, like those videos where they have a guy and he's on all the 7 wonders of the world and all of it stitches together into one video. Like the Sondong Cave should be one of those pieces, you know? So I'm trying to think ahead and be like, if I was gonna make a video in the future of me bouncing around to all these different places, what would be the thing that I would say in the Sondong Cave? That would be like, and here I am in the Sondong Cave, or it would have to string to the next thing that I say in the next amazing place, you know? I don't know. I've been rolling it around in my head. I always leave, and then I'm like, ah, shit, I should have done that little bit. Hey, thank you, Santin. Thank you so much. 10 bucks. Appreciate it. The process of how they run the show. Okay, Richard wants to see how they do the portering and everything. I think these episodes will be very similar to my Everest videos, you know, an expedition. But I'll probably get into more. I mean, obviously I'm doing these on, I did the Everest tour was episode 50 or 15 or something. This is going to be episode 750. So it'll be interesting to compare these videos with the ones I shot then. Although it's raining right now.
I know.
And that makes things difficult for me as far as holding the camera out. That's not cool. Any spirits in the cave can receive Wi-Fi inside? No Wi-Fi. I'm going to be gone for...
We are literal cavemen.
We are going to be cavemen.
I gotta play on words there.
Yeah. There was somebody, okay, I got this reference. Somebody said in a comment that I need to go in the cave and say, Captain Caveman. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Come on, man. You never watched Captain Caveman? Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
No, because I was playing Nintendo.
Grape Ape? You never saw Grape Ape?
I was playing Nintendo.
He calls himself an 80s kid.
I was an 80s popular kid.
Hey, Captain Caveman! Yeah, well, 80s popular kid. You were like 10 years old. Hey, Sam, how's it going? Delgas. All right, guys, you know what? We're going to wrap this thing up. Really happy to introduce you to Matt. You got a bunch of cool videos coming out for the next 4 days that is already pretty much taken care of. By the time we get back out of the cave, you won't even know. We'll follow my Instagram if you want to see some pictures. If I do have any chance to upload, but when I do finish, we'll probably upload a ton of pictures from the time that we're in. We're gonna come back to this place actually on the 21st. We'll be back here. 22nd. We'll be back here, and from there we'll be headed to. We're thinking Matt is gonna get a bike, and together we are going to cycle to Doong. That might change. It might be a possibility that we'll do a second cave, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. It's been nice to talk to you on this Saturday. Add fuel to life, whatever you're doing. Matt is part of the Jayoe tour for a little while. I'm very sorry you just got here, Jim, but I'm headed off. We've got to get ready for packing and getting all our stuff to the cave tour operators and everything. But yeah, I am going to be gone for the next 4 days along with Matt. So take it easy, Jayoe.